Proverbs 11 verse 10. When things go well for the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is joyful shouting.
On August 15, 1945, Japanese time, Japan said it was done fighting World War II. Around 7 p.m., President Harry S. Truman announced World War II was finally over to the American public. Just like cold water satisfies a weary soul, the war was over was gospel good news to the war-weary souls of the world. In New York City, Times Square, the zipper headline flashed, "Truman announces Japanese surrender." George Mendonça was a Navy sailor on leave with a date watching a show inside Radio City Music Hall. They heard the excitement outside, and the entertainment was stopped, and the announcement was given. The Japs had surrendered, and the war was over. Everyone inside the theater ran out into the streets of New York City. Even though George was on a date with a girl who would become his future wife, he was so excited and joyful that he hugged and kissed every woman he saw. Most soldiers, sailors, and other Americans all over the nation were doing the same thing. A photographer for Life magazine named Alfred Eisenstadt was in the area. Full of excitement, Alfred spontaneously took pictures of all the celebrations. He saw George kissing every woman in sight, young or old, as George grabbed a woman who looked like a nurse and kissed her. Alfred took 4 photos of the historical moment. It published the photo in the New York Times and Life magazine, later becoming the most famous photograph of the 20th century. The celebration was global, with countries like the Netherlands, New Zealand, the UK, and Russia. The Axis powers were enemies of the Allied nations, but that was ending. Nazi Germany had already surrendered on May 7, 1945. Adolf Hitler knew he would lose the battle, so he committed suicide. After the US dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan, it gave up the fight. August 15th was set aside as VJ Day when Japan surrendered, but September 2, 1945, was the day Japan signed the document of complete surrender. The children of God have a day of victory to look forward to, which is what Proverbs 11:10 means to them and the Lord. The children of God all have a common enemy, the devil. Adam and Eve's son Abel was the first casualty of the great controversy between God and Satan. Many have died in the name of the Lord, but he overcomes sin in the world for them, and if they believe in him, they will gain victory into eternal life. A celebration will occur in the kingdom of heaven that no eye has ever seen or ear has ever heard. The Lord will wipe away the tears. No longer be any death, there will no longer be mourning, crying, pain, or wars. Former things have passed away. God bless you all. The Lord is a warrior and loves you, and so do I, his prayer warrior, Samuel Jerry Head.
Psalm 2 verse 8 Ask it of me, and I will certainly give the nations as your inheritance, and the ends of the earth as your possession. 9 You shall break them with a rod of iron, you shall shatter them like earthenware. 10 Now then, you kings, use insight, let yourselves be instructed, you judges of the earth. 11 Serve the Lord with reverence, and rejoice with trembling. 12 Kiss the Son, that he not be angry and you perish on the way, for his wrath may be kindled quickly. How blessed are all who take refuge in him.